Sitting there listening to one of my videos. We're not drinking clean water. Death and Decay from Money that gets little girls raped, tagged, ragged, and raped, and bagged in Mexico. Not drinking clean water. Still waters run deep. Hi, I'm kicking your Nobel Prize in your wallet, asshole. You think you're my peer? Seriously? Earl, your dad and your brethren want you. Where is my brethren? Okay. I'm not drinking clean water. I'm not breathing fresh air. I'm not in a house that's a home built to last by people that share care given accordance to need. I'm not living the faith of Psalms. I'm not living the wisdom of Proverbs. I'm being fucked by people that bottle water and ask for money that gets little girls raped and men turned into pimps that are covered in tattoos and acting like they're killing each other on movies for cigarro. Hey, is it a Coen Brothers movie or Josh Whedon or Jerry Bruckheimer? Yeah, or great Ridley Scott. Let's watch the rape scene for the third time. Fourth, the fifth, the seventh time it won't last, but it's all right. You got your raisin in the sun right here, motherfucker. I'll be raising you. The old raisin? No, man, I don't want to get an old Jamaican maid and have sex with her because I know how to do sex tricks or something. No. You either want to make love with the man or you don't. And, after Amy left, when she tried to convince me I got her pregnant with Crummy back in 2010. Ever since then, all you lovers out there, you lovers and your lovers, have been making sure that, I have the greatest lover in the world right here. Yeah, you can't even come up and shake my hand. I want you to kiss it. Right. She's more faithful than you are. She's more brave than you are. She's more beautiful than you are. She protects children from bottling water and asking for money that gets little girls raped to death by pimps. And sometimes the pimps are named Heidi Fleiss or Glasheen Maxwell, right? Hi, you're a demon. Okay. And I have this other stupid thing. Why most demons wanted to go to hell. I don't think you understand what you're reading because you're not part of the Gospels. So you turn the narrative into script so you can sell it through script. I know that's exactly what's happening. Because why? Well, because stupid is cocksure, and somebody who doesn't love thinks he's intelligent and he's constantly doubtful. Hey, it's Carl Jung. Listen to him. He's talking. Hey, Richard Feynman can tell you about what's happening with light. You can break down things to the most minute molecular detail. But you can't. Because you can't go inside the middle of the sun and tell everybody what's happening, like I told everybody in Eckankar when I was a little kid. Okay, you cannot play God with planet Earth when the sun is greater than planet Earth, and planet Earth needs the sun to exist. And if you try to go take over the sun to be the sun, you become part of the sun, and you can't tell everybody what's happening in the center of the sun, but it's still happening, sweetheart. Right. Well, because I'm better than you. I was born better than you. I learned to talk just to say to you. I was born in love with you. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. The only reason you have the word love and understand the word love is because of the eternal spirit of me, and it sure the fuck ain't because of you. Right? They get all these assholes. A narcissist. Tell me more about a narcissist. You and your PhD from money from bottled water. How many little girls have to get fucked to death in Mexico and then killed during COVID because no one will pay money to rape them before you stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me? Tell me about a narcissist one more time. Come on, do it. Come on, PhD. Do it. Let's skip the playground etiquette and go to the triple fucking dog dare. You act like a dog. You might as well take the dare then, right? Acknowledge me publicly. Tell everybody about me publicly and privately. You're not going to do it. So I have to fix artificial intelligence so quantum computing can store memories properly and help us obey natural laws for an eternal existence through holy covenants, right? I have to do it pretty much largely all by myself. And you still think I'm a fucking egomaniac and I'm an idealist and I get people killed and my religious beliefs are selfish. And you have the audacity to sit and watch professional murderers come in front on me while their scientists are sexually abusing my wife and it's affecting the kids. And then their psychologists at the public schools. He's a concrete thinker and he's a Nazi. He's easily drawn into Nazi groups because he tries to protect the kids with autism and Down syndrome from the military kids in this town that abuse them. And the teachers won't stand up because they're afraid of the virtual presence of the military child molesting home invasion rapist that sign off on pieces of paper to catch a predator with Chris Hansen and then watch it over and over again on 2020 and Dateline. I watch you every night. I do, just to see if there's signs of life. If somebody goes, hey, I'm David Muir and I support the Lord's Prayer. It's Good Morning America the third time and we support the Lord's Prayer too. Come to the View and live the Lord's Prayer too. Don't listen to your toilet. It's just telling you how you're going to die if you accept philanthropy and industrialization and mass genocidal operations in things called metroplexes as life and healthcare and health cost. Right? Christians don't vote in popularity contest over genocide through a republic that writes down on a piece of paper what they say as a law, and they don't even understand gravity or photosynthesis properly. Okay, Feynman talks, okay, but he doesn't give proper credit to where credit is due. Right? Now, Muhammad spoke, and his speech was corrupted by people that gave us Richard Feynman, okay, and awards and paychecks and payouts, and people that work at indoctrination, institutionalization, incarceration buildings and fancy themselves more intelligent than someone like Solomon or King David or Muhammad or Jesus. You understand? If I say it in a British accent, does this make it much more fucking mind-blowing fucking intelligent? And this stupid ass Schuler fucking king, how many hours did I have to spend listening to that asshole because I wanted to show Peggy Pettis affection, because I show that men can love you without being abusive to you and trying to take things that you think you accumulated through money. And I could help, but it was too hard. She would go gambling and spend all her money, and all I want to do is go down to Chihuahua's games and all that stuff. It's like, I don't have the money for that. I have the money maybe to help you catch up your bills if you stop gambling and stop spending and stop getting more credit cards to keep doing it. And she wouldn't do that. And then I wouldn't have sex. And she says, are you gay? I said, no. You're mean and irresponsible. You're an alcoholic and a drug addict. And I try to empathize with you and say, I've gone through rough things too. And you tell me I'm a pervert because of what happened with Amy and my stepdaughter, Natalie. And I tell you the truth about myself. And if you tell people about the truth about yourself, they'll call you a fucking pervert. And they'll abuse you and treat you like you're fucking Chuck or Tony from Homeland fucking Security or the National Security Agency. They treat you like you're one of these assholes in Las Cruces that has the Patriot Act, a badge, and a gun, and a warrant signed by a judge named Frank Chavez, who accuses you of getting his son to shoplift when you tried to talk his son out of it. And then when his son steals his car, he blames the Mexican kid that tried to talk him out of shoplifting all those years ago. And Frank Chavez still ain't come up to me and apologized for what he did. Now, what was his name again? I can't remember. It's not important what his name is, but the one kid that sexually abused Martin, and I talked about it on YouTube, and his wife came and said that Philip's really sorry. I can't remember what Philip's last name was, because he's really sorry about what happened with Martin. That kind of stuff happened with him when he was young. I was, okay, I completely understand. I never got to see Martin to tell him. But his wife came and he confessed it to his wife and said, yeah, I did that to Martin Barreras and someone did it to me. And I was like, yeah, that happened with Patrick, with Danny, and that happened with me, with Pepino. And yeah, it happens. You know, guys get an erection, they go, okay. At least I went in the right direction. I want girls to feel good, and I want to help girls feel good, and I want to feel good, You go in the right direction. It's confusing when you have perverts like Gordon B. Hinckley and Ezra Taft Benson and the Pope and the Pentagon, all the physical scientists from the Pentagon and the self-righteous Squirrel Burke self-righteous church of all the chaplains at fucking Fort Bliss studying you in White Sands fucking missile range. Don't get me started on the fucking Nazis from White Sands fucking effing missile range. And boy, Oppenheimer, let's build a bomb. We got to get there before Hitler. The world depends on us. We gotta bomb the Nazis before the Nazis all bomb us. We hit the petri dishes are running, and we've turned that fusion around. We tried to take the power of the sun and blow it up here on the ground. Doom, boom, 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 doom, boom. Guys, stop making money off of this Nolan Wells kid dying from a horrible accident doing adventures with his friends. I don't think the kids were, I can't tell you for sure if he was like Finney with a separate piece no, I don't know. I'm not God. I can tell you this for sure, that the kids have remorse and have bad feelings about it, and that they heard about it. Okay. And I don't get from the body language and the actions and stuff that they hated the kid. They were football players together. I don't, maybe they were jealous because you guys comparing your assholes, and it makes kids do things that they probably wouldn't regularly do if you're living the Lord's Prayer and wrecking Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. for who he really is. You don't have to listen to that fucking asshole talk and talk and talk. She'd sit there and have this, and I'd watch it. And then she had me watch Cardi B. And she was talking about things to see if I was, found her sexually attractive. I was like, no, her music is very uncomfortable, and it's no, I don't want to watch this. And then she got all jealous and mad because we were watching stuff together, and Jennifer Lopez came on TV, and I did the old Nichelle Nichols thing. Oh. And then tried to explain to her, you got to understand, they mind fucked me from the time I was 4, that she was going to be my forever love and me pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and she never showed up. So it still hurts. Okay? It still happens, yeah. Oh, yeah, if they bring up a thing and, Jennifer Lopez is on Kimmel or Fallon, still hurts. Yeah. It still hurts when I recall the times I've cried, 'cause I'm easy. Yeah, I'm easy. Take my hand and pull me down. I won't put up any fight. Why didn't they have that song with Penny, with Leonard? They should have. They did all the other jokes about, other actors that were, playing someone else. I swear they should have, Had Leonard trying to hit on Penny playing I'm Easy by Keith Carradine. You don't think it's funny? Don't turn, don't tug my, if you don't take the things you make me want to give. I can't put bars on my inside. There's something I just can't. I don't know why they didn't do that. They did the whole Cologne with what's the thing and Beverly Houses. So why didn't they use I'm Easy by Keith Carradine to do the whole Freudian shit with they missed the boat on that one, I think it would have been kind of amusing. You don't? Okay. Slugger. Here's a baseball glove and a football. Let's go cow tipping. Oh, my Earl. Stupid is as stupid does. I live in a place most of you probably never heard of. It's called Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's the focal point of the book of Revelation. But most of you have never heard of it. Right? Where? What? You're from where? I mean, it wasn't until recently that most people that call themselves Americans knew that it was a state of the Union, like that one idiot that I got at Southwest Airlines. Thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. How can I help you? I want to fly to Hawaii. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I would like to too, but we only service the continental United States. You fucking idiot. Where's Hawaii? Hawaii is a volcanic chain of islands in the South Pacific, sir, but we only service, Southwest Airlines only services the continental United States. This was the 1990s, y'all. Okay, just for the little cute brown girl saying, "You want to come here?" No, I don't. Why? Well, because if I wanted to go to Hawaii, I'd make sure the weather was nice. I'd get on a boat and say, I hate seasickness, but here we go, because Henry got to meet the Kahiahuis in Maui, right? And I would go there, and then I would stay there for a time, and then I'd get island sickness and go, I got to go back to the Gila. And Henry would go, hey, you might come and visit. Bring all the Mauians that want to go visit the Gila and come stay for a month there until you guys miss your Milikalikimaka is the thing to say, right? Everybody does it in Hawaii, right? I like Jimmy Rogers too. Yeah, he has to grow on you. He is not the type of person that you automatically go, wow, I love that Dirty Water. What a wonderful song. His voice is so melodious and beautiful. And the tune, I mean, shit, would make Percy Faith and his orchestra just jealous, right? So it's no, I remember that when I was a kid. My mom and dad and grandma were really into Jimmie Rodgers. Not Jimmie Rodgers, Tender Love and Care, not the Taco Bell commercial. Jimmie Rodgers, Mule Skinner Blues, Hobo Billy, and High Powered Mama. Okay? Get me a gun as big as I am tall. He's going to shoot that woman. And, seriously, yeah. And so he was gangster. I don't want to call it gangster. I would say it is violent sex cult, biological and psychological conditioning and inherent dysfunction is what I would call it. Gangster, if that's what you want to call it, but let's label it right so we can fix it and stop getting it wrong. And that's why the whole world is singing the song, Oh, Holy Night. Okay, do you understand? Forgive that trespass, forgive them, Father, for they know not what to do. Everyday people will lie God, they cannot lie to God. If you understand the meaning of the word God, you won't say that statement is true. You'll sit there and say it is literally, not figuratively, impossible to lie to the truth of your creation. People lie to Jesus. People lie to Jesus. They lie on Jesus. They lie about Jesus. People, when it comes to Jesus, think they have the divine right to kill over their sexual reproduction, to deem theirs more valuable than other people's divine right to try to kill over sexual reproduction. It's like, well, that just seems like a kind of, even more animalistic than animalistic. I don't know. It's, acting like that teenage copperhead that bit Jeff Foxworthy on the foot, Yeah, dry strike, it has to be a mature one. I'm going to tell Dad about that. Yeah. The mature ones will dry strike you first to say, get away. And then they'll venom you because they don't want to get killed. Because they're mature and they're intelligent. Teenagers, okay, premature ejaculation. You can keep going. Oh, trust me. I was a teenager. Okay. Had the best sexual reproduction in the whole U.S. military. You can keep going. Fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh time. By the fifth time, me and Law were both like, wow. And the whole neighborhood was, wow. Me and Brian used to talk about it. It's like, so I know I'm not the only one. John Hall and Pat Hall's little boy, Brian. Yeah, same. Yeah, I remember that too. Yeah. Apparently, Will Ferrell and Eva Mendes too. Or was it the screenwriters? Maybe the screenwriters were eavesdropping with the Pentagon on me and Brian's talks while we were in the military, because maybe it's more rare than I think. Other people just fantasize about it and then write it down and make a movie of it and pretend, hey, that's American History X. That's Equalizer. That's going to girls' night. I love Poshmark, right? You know what I mean? And get your Blue Chew. Some of us don't need Blue Chew. Some of us just need to be left alone by all the developers of Blue Chew and you'll be fine. She-Devil, 1957 drive-in classic. Mary Blanchard, and is that Jack Palance? Or what Jack who? I don't know who's the Jack in this movie. I don't know. Would you help your Uncle Jack off an elephant? Most of you would. And keep voting for president and be an ass? Yeah. Light is not in time. Why does time stop at the speed of light? Feynman's mind. Look, guys, it's not, okay. It's a perception of what you perceive as time. Okay? In order to have a perception of time, you need photosynthesis on a planet as thus. Okay? Time still exists. You're just not alive to perceive it and appreciate it. I'm 40 and I still love this. I'm 40 and I miss when gaming felt like this. Not me. No. I hated doing time and I hated killing time. Um, you know what I look forward to in the very near future because I'm working on it. Because instead of the revamped people with the military doing this, even with the creative team, it's invented team. You artistic pile of shit. We're gonna remove that completely. Remove the hit bullshit and make it tackle football so people are caring about each other because it's exercise and share care given accordance to need built to last your relationships. Hey, that guy on the other team, Maria, meet Tony. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because I'm intelligent, you fucking sharks and Jets. Is it hockey or is it football? There was a Jets and Winnipeg before they moved to Arizona and became Coyotes. Get out of here. Yeah, okay. In Winnipeg, yes. Weren't they the Winnipeg Jets before they became the Arizona Coyotes? And did they move again? Fourth, fifth, the sixth, the seventh time. It won't. Buffalo Braves, San Diego Clippers, LA Clippers last, but it's all right. Fleeting joy and fading ecstasy. Here it goes again, right? Yeah, fuckers are crazy. But see, the way Feynman explains things, he makes it appear more complex than it actually is to make you feel inferior intellectually. Yeah, that's why I dropped out of school, and that's why I did not want to be, a major that was, let's learn history. And I like literature because you can learn from your historical mistakes and trying to trap the soul in the ego. When you read the literature and go, okay, that ain't them dogs real voices. If it doesn't happen now, it didn't happen then. And then when you read it from the future and say that stuff happens now. Beam me up, Scotty. Wow. Wow. God's watching from the sky from a distance, yeah. Once he's a possessive pronoun first person that traps the soul and the mind, it becomes a very insidious ego problem that never gets out of your house until I kick the living shit out of that child molesting, murdering fucking rapist, right? I like Richard Feynman. I'm not required to like Richard Feynman. I'm not required to like Robert Oppenheimer. I'm not required to like Madame Curie and her fucked up husband or, sex partner, to invent weapons to mass murder people over extortion and say, hey, in the name of science, we ought to fuck. I had conversations in prayer meditation with Stephen Hawking. I tried to be his friend. He wouldn't be. He was an asshole. He tried to talk me into engaging in a sexual relationship with my stepdaughter, who was trying to protect me from the sexual abuse of her own mother from Hawking's business partners. Okay. Is there a Stephen Hawking Award? Yeah. Well, you enjoy that with your Richard Dawkins Award and all the money that goes with it. Light is not in time. Not for you. Not for you. I am the light. I am the way. I am the way, the truth, and the life. It's not in time for you. The speed of light. Sunshine on my shoulders. It feels so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high, right? If I could I'd give you a day just like today. Not me. I want to live the Lord's Prayer, and I don't want to spend another day being denied the Lord's Prayer, singing songs for money, so everybody tells me what a good songwriter and singer I am, and we're not living truthfully, faithfully, and lovingly in the beautiful light of day, right? What about the speed of light? I don't think you have the capacity to slow down enough to stop you from perceiving things and then saying, well, Krishnamurti dealt with this stuff and explained it to people, but he tried to break it down into humility of, here's what you thought you were perceiving with karma and Klindi, but here's what's really happening, and people are manipulating you with fallacy mythology to get you to be stupid, so you accept magic afterlives and magic solutions and magic through invention to replace the truth of your creation and the laws that sustained you through your truth and your creation. You can invent money. You can invent linguistics you call laws. It does not make them gravity or photosynthesis, and it does not make them the truth of your creation and the origin of all things and the love of the life of sacrifice through holy covenants. Bucks County Sheriff Deputy accused of taking photos of something. Yeah, people take photos of a lot of things, right? Guys, this guy is a criminal because he takes pictures of naked women. What? And you have to earn Larry Flint? Well, she signs a waiver. Oh, okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Camera 1, camera 2. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Gratuitous sex scene. Okay, you ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Cock-a-doodle fucking do, right? What kind of parent would sell their child to a man? People that think money's real and post videos for money. Yeah, Schuler King. What's the problem? All of you accept money over the truth of your creation. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Hey, comedian Schuler King, I kicked you right in the ding-a-ling. You must be playing with your own ding-a-ling. That's okay, I have to play with mine to keep my prostate right, to remind my body I'm not dying, and that I can still live and have affection with a woman in the very near future. I'm the only one who will do it. No one else will do it for me. The only one that helps me through it the most is my second wife, Amy, because she felt like a pervert because she was abused by military ops and she thought she was a monster, and the way it affected her kids, she felt horrible. And I told her, you didn't do it. You were just trying to help your kids through hell so they wouldn't feel like committing suicide and dying, and that there was no affection, that you couldn't get affection. The only affection they would let you get was, being the science project of Coopers, Hofstetters, Wolowitzes, Kripkes, and Winkles. Oh my. Oh, and don't forget Farrah Fowler's. Right. Neuroscience. Very important. To defecate whatever and do whatever. Yeah. Okay. That Maxwell and what. I don't give a damn about their fucking names. I don't like any of those people. I'm not required to like any of those people. I'm not required to like people, okay, that will not stand up for the Lord's Prayer globally and thinks that their science is going to solve all the problems of them accepting money over the truth of their creation and the natural laws to sustain our lives through loving each other through holy covenants. I am not required to like any of you ancient assholes who write books and build buildings and tell me I need a piece of paper from you, a certified insane person, to accept money as law over the planet and totally forsake the truth of our origin of all things, the truth of our creation and gravity and photosynthesis for your inventions you label as laws. Newton, Big Fig. Here's the tricky part, huh? Stop making money off of the kid in Mississippi drowning from a horrific accident seeking adventure. Adventure. They're always seeking adventure. Guys, there's enough adventure in making sure you don't step on the copperhead, to make sure your generator's working right in case you need it, because you don't want the food to go to waste, because you don't want to waste the daily sacrifice, because your refrigeration unit went dead because it's the middle of the summertime and the weather is hot. You switch right up and touch the sky when the weather is fine. You got women on your mind. If a daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If a daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Have a drink, have a drive. Go out and see what you can find. Don't drink and then drive. Okay. Drive, see what you can find. Then if you find a girl is dumb enough to drink with you and then have sex with you, try to have a prophylactic when you have sex, because you want to avoid any kinds of possible birth defects through putting yak piss in your brain and on your ball sack while trying to, fertilize her eggs. Alcohol, the biggest cause of birth defects in the history of the world. Don't believe me? Play in the Whiskey a Go-Go, 7 miscarriages in 1 year. It's very sad. Okay? The daughter of Harold Nicholas and Dorothy Dandridge. Okay? Never able to fulfill her potential of a life as a human being because you guys accept money over the truth of a living Messiah. Assholes. Rip off here. head and spit down the slimy hole, bait your ass into a mud hole, kick your ass into a mud hole and splash it dry. I fucked up my West Texas cuss outs. I'm sorry. I did not work on the truck with Ken Wood's dad. I worked on the truck with my dad. With my dad, it was kick your ass between your shoulder blades. And okay, yeah, sorry. He's from El Paso, Texas, and raised in Tennessee, where Ken's dad is pure panhandle. Parsons, the only thing that comes from Arizona is steers and queers, and I don't see no horns on you. Panhandle humor. Yep. Reckon. Mm-hmm. Where was he supposed to be from? Where was Carl from? I don't recall. I knew it was just Southern, with one of my favorites entertainers when I was in college. Anybody else particularly fond of Dwight Yoakam? Yeah, you should. It was a bisexual from Syracuse, New York that got me into a lot of my honky tonk, man, which I already heard because I was raised on Johnny Horton, right? And I can't seem to stop. And Heartaches by the Number. Ray Price, also raised. Dad rode in the rodeo, So I already heard a lot. So I fell into a burning ring of fire. That's Johnny Cash. Went down, down, down. The flames went higher, and it burned. Little Ways. Is that a Buck Owens song, or did he write that one? I know Johnson's Love he wrote. I also know he wrote 1,000 Miles of Misery, and what else is? Johnson's Love is one of my favorites. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Guitars, Cadillacs. Did he write that one? Little Ways is one of my favorites. Anybody else say, you've got your little ways to hurt me? Yeah. The sadness in my eyes should somehow be a clue. 'Cause no one here would ever suspect sweet little you. There's been rumors of the truth, but I've kept them quiet. 'Cause I'm too ashamed to let them know you make me cry. I don't sing like him. He has more of a, what Indian reservation? He has more of a different, I try to, and then I'm like, just sing it your way. It's hard to try to mimic Dwight's voice. He has a different voice than I do. Yeah. You've got your little ways to hurt me. You just know how to tear me up. Leave me in small pieces on the ground. My folks from Texas and Tennessee come by it naturally. But then also, I can also do, thanks for calling Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. How can I help you? You want to go to Vegas? Well, we also have a plane ride to Venus. Yeah, a man named Jesus who kills cartoon balloons in town for his dad, Levon. I think they're from San Diego and shit. I don't know for sure, but Tiny Dancer will tell you. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Right? Had a busy day today. Yeah, it's my own voice. I like my voice. I'm happy with my voice. I'm content with it. I can't sing like Michael Jackson. I can't sing like Ted Mills. And I can't sing like El DeBarge. And I can't sing like Johnny Wilder. Always liked the way they sing. But when you forgive debt and trespass, love one eternal faithful peace, that's Johnny Wilder. That's Bobby DeBarge. I like Bobby just a little bit better than El. I like El. Don't get me wrong, El's good. But Bobby, damn, I really liked Bobby. Yeah, I met Bobby. It was sad as hell. He was so fucked out and strung out on drugs. He didn't know if he was coming or going or his butt from a hole in the ground. His entourage didn't care. He just made all the money and kept them in money, kept them in designer clothes and partying and fucking all the girls that show up at the after parties. Well, with friends like that, who needs enemies? Well, love thy enemy, love thy neighbor as thyself, and fuck each other to death with drugs and money, and Jesus is a loser. So why don't you kill me? Nah, I want to live and let live. I want all the life this love has to give. I want to smile and be friendly with you. I want to live. Oh, don't you? Yeah, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Yeah. What was that again? La-di-da-di-dum, la-di-da-di-dum. What's the name of that song? It ain't there no more. Light does not exist in time or whatever. Yeah, I don't think Feynman's right on that one, guys. Feynman was wrong about a lot of things. Well, because the ego cannot define all things. And if the ego attempts to, the ego will destroy all the truth of creation with the invention to replace the truth of creation, to answer all the questions they ask themselves that do not need answering. What's happening in the center of the sun? Same thing that's happened at the bottom of the ocean. Oh, right. Books. Don't sell none, won't buy none. Right? All right. Peace out, man. I love you. Live free from the delusions of here. Okay? This is solitary confinement for the soul. Okay? You don't own the soul. The soul gives life to you. You're crying over this clay? Listen to Jesus. He's more intelligent than you are. All right? Peace out.